I used to be fat. I weighed more when I was 15 years old than I do now. 99% of obesity is caused by consuming too many calories and making too many excuses. Losing weight isn't easy, but it is indeed simple. I recommend it. Your future self will thank you. Yes, your future self will thank you when you can go and do all those things that you say the world is plotting against you with. Like, oh, I can't get on a plane, I can't go on a roller coaster, I can't walk the amusement park, all this stuff. Yeah, your future self will be thanking you when you stop making excuses and blaming anything but yourself. Because all it takes to lose weight is a calorie deficit and a little bit of dedication. And you'll get there. And your future self will thank you. What's going on, Modern Chodes? It's your boy Long Nail, back again with another new video. And in today's video, we're going over the hot post from r/FatLogic. Let's get into it. I'll never forget that at 16 years old, apparently me being 230 pounds was obese. I mean, depending on how tall you are, and if you're a female, 230 pounds may be like morbidly obese, not just obese. You're way out of shape and your age isn't changing that. In fact, it might even be worse that you're there at 16. The damage, if you don't fix it, will have been taking over for 20 years, where some people don't get fat until their 30s. You gotta stop acting like there is no health consequences whatsoever for being obese. There are. Sure, some people skate through and get lucky that nothing manifests itself until later in life. But then there's plenty of other obese people that have completely preventable things happen to them had they just been a healthier weight. Please stop making excuses for yourself. All it's doing is harming you. There's a clash between the medical establishment and the fat acceptance movement. First, there's terminology. Some use clinical terms like obesity and overweight, while others proudly use large body, people of size, or fat. The problem with this is when we let medical terms feel like they're not medical terms and we make them switch to saying large-bodied or people of size, guess what? In 5 or 10 years, now we're not going to be able to say obesity, overweight, large body, or people of size, because now those will be viewed as non-medical terms and they'll be seen as derogatory or to put others down, when in reality, it's just the easiest way to describe you. You're overweight, you're obese. It might be hard to hear. That doesn't mean people are overtly saying it to make you feel bad about yourself. I get how hearing somebody tell you, oh, you're overweight, you need to lose weight, can be hard to hear. Trust me, I'm sure it is, but that doesn't mean that a doctor should change the terminology they use to tell you you need to lose weight. You need to lose weight. That's all they're trying to get the point across to you as. If humans were meant to count calories, we would have been born with calculators on our tongues. Let's try to apply this logic to other things. If humans were meant to read, they would have been born with books in their eyes. Oh, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever? Yeah. Now try applying it to anything else you can think of in the comments, and we can show these people that this is a terrible comparison. You don't even have to count calories to lose weight. It just ensures 100% that you will lose weight, because it ensures that you'll be in a calorie deficit. There's plenty of people that never count calories that lose weight. They are just typically undereaters, and guess what? That works for them. But for other people that struggle with their weight, they will highly benefit from counting calories and learning how much food they're really consuming and then adjusting and eating less than what they burn in a day, and they'll lose weight. Guaranteed. Anorexia literally comes from the Greek meaning without appetite. That is quite evidently not this woman's problem. You can still become obese without eating. Yeah, tell that to all the people that have ever been stranded or played the game of Survivor, where they even have food, but, they're still getting so skinny that they have doctors monitor them 24/7. You wonder why they're getting skinny and not gaining tons of weight? It's almost like they're being physically active and not eating a lot of calories. It's It's crazy how that works, isn't it? I've never heard of a situation where somebody eats absolutely no food and miraculously gains 50 pounds. It doesn't happen. You're eating way more food than you think, or you're just in straight up denial, and that's the only reason you're gaining weight. It's so simple, and yet there will be so many excuses thrown at it. No matter what excuse you throw at it, it always breaks down to calories in versus calories out. Mid-sized bodies are plus-sized bodies that benefit from skinny privilege. Skinny privilege, my favorite term. I love how people just act like there is no fat privilege. There's plenty of fat privilege, but they just tend to ignore that and focus on the things that their weight hinders them from doing, instead of the things that they get accommodations for that skinny people or skinny privileged people would have to pay for. It's so aggravating that they just say everything is, it's thin privilege. The world was created for thin people. Dude, it's not thin privilege. If anything, it's fat consequence. It's you are so overweight that you can't fit into things that are regular sized for 99% of the population. And it's not like, it's so aggravating. This whole notion of thin privilege. It doesn't exist. Can we talk about how salon chairs are not made for fat people? I'm a mid-fat, and when I get fatter, I'll have to have the convo with my stylist that I cannot see her? Or could you pull up a chair without arms? Fatphobic culture affects so much daily. No. See, here's the problem. You already are realizing, hey, this chair's getting a little tight. And you're already saying you're fat. So that chair is already accommodating to overweight people. Now, instead of going, you know what? I'm starting to have a hard time doing things that I shouldn't have a hard time doing, like fitting in an already decently sized chair. And instead of hearing yourself say that and going, you know what? That probably means I should try to lose weight. You go, the chair industry and the salons are just so against me. They're so unaccommodating. It's not the salon job's duty to make sure you fit in the chair. They already have a pretty decently sized chair that you can fit in currently, and you're planning on getting so big that you can't fit into the chair, and then you're going to blame that on the salon or a chair company. No, that's not the problem here. Clearly, you're the problem here. And guess what? You know what? I'm sure if you said, hey, can you take the arms off? I can't fit. They'd probably do it without a problem. They really probably don't care as much as you think they do. But this whole victim mentality of, woe is me and everything's against me. It's just not true. People aren't out to make your life more difficult. You're just making it more difficult on yourself. I don't think anybody designing a chair or opening a salon is going, you know what? Let's make these chairs just small enough where only normal sized people can fit. I don't want any overweight people or, heaven forbid, obese people in my salon. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. They open the salon, they go buy some chairs, and if you don't fit in them, oh well. It's not like they were planning for you to not fit in them. Thin people don't realize that being told to eat more isn't the same as being told you don't deserve to exist because you take up too much space. Body shaming is painful, regardless, but this world was created for thin people and not fat people. Our experiences will never be the same. You're right, they will never be the same, but yet you still feel like, you know what? I know how I feel when people talk down to me. So instead of trying to change that, I'm going to talk down on skinny people and try to make them feel bad as well. Yeah, that's a great way to spread positivity through the world. Again, this is something you can 100% change about yourself. If you dislike it so much, guess what? There's a solution. Pretty easy solution. Lose weight. And then you'll get to experience the thin privilege that's oh so rampant that everybody experiences every day. And guess what? All it takes is, you know what? Maybe a few months and wow, what do you know? You'll get to experience the wonders of thin privilege. But, it's probably not that thin privilege is oh so great, Because if it was that great, I'm sure you'd be willing to lose weight and experience it. But yeah, I think you realize it really doesn't exist to the extent you say it does. Therefore, you just go, I'm just going to keep continuing complaining, making excuses, and I'll just stay heavy. Okay, you have fun with that. All right, Matter Chodes, that's it for the hot post from r/FatLogic. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. And of course, share this video with your friends. And if you want to help support the channel for free, anytime you have any shopping to do on Amazon, just click the link in the description down below. Do your shopping as regular. It won't cost you anything extra, and it'll help support the channel. So I'd really appreciate it. Next time, peace.